Vizional production.
Part 2. Memorial of Skanderbeg. The archaeological area around it. The burial place of Skanderbeg. It is difficult to talk about the town if the town is not visited. Here you are in Lej, one of the oldest towns in Albania. At the town center is situated the memorial of Skanderbeg, the national hero of the Albanians. The memorial or the burial place of Skanderbeg is situated in the church of Saint Nicholas. This is where Gjergj has been buried, the last of the 9 children of the Albanian prince John Kastrioti. The fact that Skanderbeg was buried here is even underlined by the historian and humanist Marlin Barleti, who in his book History of Skanderbeg has clearly pointed out that Gjergj Kastriot Skanderbeg was buried in Lissos, in the biggest church, that of Saint Nicholas. Skanderbeg was born in 1405. At the age of 9 he was given as hostage to the court of Sultan in Adrianopolis, where he was educated. Thanks to his distinctive abilities he was bestowed with the title Iskander by Sultan Murad II, in the honor of Alexander. In spite of the title, Skanderbeg didn't forget his country. He returns as a liberator in 1443. For 25 years in a row he became the protector of Christianity in Europe, almost without the help of any foreign army. It was in Lej that on March 2, 1444, he organized a meeting of the Albanian leaders, with the unification of all the principalities, independent from each other until then, in order to defend the lands from the destructive Ottoman campaigns. The meeting took place in the Cathedral of Saint Nicholas. It was not by chance that Lej was elected as the location of the meeting. During that time, Lej was under the dominion of Venice, an ally of Kastrioti. The Assembly of Lej is one of the greatest unification events of the Albanian nation in history. As you enter within the walls of the cathedral, you may see many historical and symbolical objects. Inside there are 25 bronze armors, which in an artistic way symbolize the 25 battles of Skanderbeg during the 15th century, from which he has lost only that of Stefigrad, 58 kilometers away from Krui, and that of Berat, where he was betrayed by his best friend Moisi Golemi. Inside the cathedral there are also an exhibition of swords, spikes and helmets. Those that you see are copies, as the originals are in the Museum of Vienna. The helmet was given to Gjergj Kastrioti by Pope Pius II. It's made of steel and weighs 3 kilograms. In the background you can see the red and black flag, braided with a mosaic of small stones, with a 2-headed eagle, and beside it a bust of Skanderbeg by the sculptor Odise Pascali, artist of the people. The league was put to an end with the death of Skanderbeg in 1468, as the princes couldn't find consensus. In 1478 the Ottoman invaded Lej. When they entered in the citadel, they opened the grave of Gjergj Kastrioti. According to the narration of Marlin Barleti, the Ottomans took the bones of Skanderbeg, covered them with gold and silver, in order to use them as protection talismans in battles. The church where the body used to rest was turned into a mosque. The memorial. The memorial is of a significant importance for the history of the Albanians, not only for the Assembly of Lej, but also for the place of burial of Gjergj Kastrioti Skanderbeg. It was built and inaugurated on November 23, 1981. The surface of the memorial is around 225 square meters and 11 meters high. This building has 28 pillars in the honor of November 28, when for the first time Skanderbeg raised the red and black flag in 1443, a flag which is still the national symbol of the Albanian people. The authors were the artist of people Odise Pascali and the architect Latif Lazimi. The memorial in its rectangular shape possesses an imposing configuration in the eyes of every visitor. The number of domestic and foreign visitors from year to year has grown at a rate of 9,000 to 10,000 per year. The archaeological excavation have also contributed to the growing number of visitors. The Church of Saint Nicholas. The archaeological discoveries show that the Church of Saint Nicholas, where Gjergj Kastrioti was buried, has its foundations on the ruins of 2 other churches, built on earlier constructions. The first phase represents the constructions, which, based on the archaeological material, belongs to the 3rd century before Christ. A pagan building is believed to have existed there. The second stage belongs to a Paleo-Christian church of the 5th and 6th century. The third phase belongs to a medieval church of the pre-Turkish period. on which another church was built before the Turkish invasion. The fourth phase belongs to that period when the church of St. Nicholas was made the burial place of Skanderbeg. In the church of the last phase, marble elements have been used which belong to the Paleo-Christian church, frames with acanthus leaves above its entry. The original walls of the church of St. Nicholas include a surface of 72 square meters, and the height of the walls is 5.25 meters. The church has a nave of large dimensions. In the interior part of the eastern wall, near the apsidia, is situated the original affresco of St. Nicholas, after which the church was named. According to an account, in the year 80 of the 16th century, the church turned into a mosque and was named Selimiye, in the honor of Sultan Selim. In 1908, the believers also built a minaret. Muslims and Catholics celebrated for 3 days and 3 nights under the cannonades of the rifles. The mosque functions for 4th century as a place of cult for Muslim believers, but it was also admired by Catholics. The archaeological area. Recently, in the vicinity of the memorial church of St. Nicholas, have been discovered parts of the church complex of the 5th and 6th century, on which the medieval church has been built. In the area around the memorial, archaeological excavations have pointed out other assets that sleep under the ground of Liège. A baptismal was discovered there. In the discovered structure there are several tubs of water which may have been linked to each other in order to supply the main tub, which may belong to the Paleo-Christian period, during the 5th and 6th century. The recent archaeological excavations in the area near the memorial discovered large parts of a construction, filled with fragments of hundreds of amphora, dating back in the 1st century before Christ. This construction is partially supported on the old walls, which according to their technique seem to have been part of the wall of the citadel in its early phases. In the lower citadel, a Roman term of the 2nd century after Christ, which has turned into a church in the Paleo-Christian period. This type of transformation is a widespread phenomenon in the time when Christianity in Liège started to bear a great importance. In front can be seen an ancient mosaic, which belongs to the 2nd and 1st century before Christ, made of tiles of stone and brick. Also in the northern part, near the memorial of Skanderbeg, archaeological excavations continue to bring to light new facts in relation to the existence of the lower ancient citadel of Liège.